Hi, welcome to the Crafty Toads podcast, episode 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah, 9. We're on 9. You would think that we would know by now because we do this every single time we episode. We look at each other and go, 8, 7?
Well, it's because we podcast so infrequently.
I was going to say because we do it so frequently. Anyway, we are the Crafty Toads. I am Mary Beth, and you can find me all over the internet as MaryBeth494.
I am Helen, and you can find me as HelenHG69, and you can find us also under Toad Hollow NJ.
Our store is Toad Hollow, and you can see a little bit of it behind you. We have a gift store in Keyport, New Jersey, and we also make knitting bags and project bags. And so our store name is Toad Hollow. We can be found as Toad Hollow NJ on Instagram and Ravelry and Periscope. And then did you give the website? The website is toadhollowNJ.com.
We are sisters.
Yes, in case you didn't get that one. And we run the store here with our 2 dogs, Spike and Drusilla, who you may hear from time to time. We try and edit it out as much as possible, but sometimes a bark or 2 gets through. So
They like to make their presence known.
and put their 2 cents worth in, So I would like to say that we gave them some chewy things so they'd be quiet during the podcast. They have already scarfed that down, and Drusilla is trying to climb into my lap right now. So if you see us leaning forward like this,
She's caught on to the fact that we want her to be quiet, so she's working bribery mode.
she's in full-on bribery mode. Okay. How long has it been since our last yarn confession?
I think 3 weeks.
Oh my god, we are so bad at this.
We keep saying we're going to do it, and we never...
Well, yesterday we were all set to do it, and then one of our customers stopped by, and we were talking to her, and time got away from us, and it was just, you start talking to friends, and all of a sudden, time's gone.
Yeah.
So, but it's nice. It's a nice way to spend the day. Okay, so shall we get on with it?
I think we
3
should.
weeks since our last yarn confession. Okay, I'm going to check our show notes because we always leave things out. Oh, okay. We are the Crafty Toads. Thank you to everybody who is watching us. If you are new, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you. We have a Ravelry group called the Crafty Toads, and you can find all our episodes there, show notes, and knit-alongs that we're doing.
And we also have other threads.
And really awesome people who have joined us.
Yeah.
So come join the group, because, it's where the cool kids are.
It is. All 75 of us.
Yeah. Hey. All right. I think that does it. I think we're good.
Yeah.
As
Should
far
we
as
do the KAL?
Oh, sure. Okay, so we were part of the June knit-along with Vegan Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick and Nina from This Old Knit, and it was the Doctor Who knit-along. We had 11 people who joined us for the knit-along, and we have picked prizes because it went from June 1st to June 30th. So, our grand prize is a Doctor Who drawstring bag with a grommet. It's not going to be this one because this one is mine, and you can see my yarn in it. But lots and lots of space inside for your projects. So this is going to be the grand prize, and this is going to...
Drum roll.
Katie. Her Ravelry name is K Beer Temple, I think. But congratulations, Katie.
Yay!
And
we haven't figured out how to put sound things in, so...
Yeah. If you would like to get in touch with us, send us a message over Ravelry. We will, and give us your home address. We will mail this out to you. So, congratulations, Katie. Our second prize winner is the winner of
a sock bag.
One of our sock bags in a Doctor Who material. Yours will not come with dog hair. Promise. Okay. And the winner of this is Patricia from her Ravelry name is N.E. Patrish. Congratulations, Patricia. Should we do the standing up? Or the round of applause? That's the round of applause. Okay. Patricia, please get in touch with us over Ravelry, and we will send you your bag. Our third place winner is going to win This is one of our newest designs of bag. It's meant to go over your arm. Your yarn goes in here. That squeaking is Drusilla playing with her toy.
Did we mention full on rivalry mode?
So your yarn goes in here, and you walk around with it over your arm knitting, and it comes right out, and you can knit easily.
And
it's reversible.
da, da, da.
Check this out. This is so cool.
One day you're feeling all courtesy, and the next day
you feel like you'd like to,
use Daleks.
exterminate somebody. Put out the Daleks. So, this is going to Stacy, whose Ravelry name is Mookie Moon 1974. Congratulations, Stacy! Yay!
Yay, Stacy!
So, there's your noise.
There
See,
you go.
she knew you wanted noises. Stacy, please get in touch with us by way of Ravelry and send us your address, and we will send it out to you. And then we picked a winner from our Instagram, because we said that if you did it through Instagram and tagged us as, I believe the hashtag was TCT Doctor Who KAL. We picked one. Do you have one of them? Okay, so it's going to be a surprise for you when you get it.
You get a little small thing.
We make little triangular stitch marker holders. It's a little triangle that you can keep your stitch markers and stitch progress keepers in, and it's got a little zipper in it. And what we are going to do is we are going to send that to you, and we're going to put some goodies inside it. So the winner of that is Green W Girl. It's Jen, and her Ravelry name is Green W Girl. And congratulations, Jen! Yay!
Is that her Ravelry or her Instagram?
I think it's both.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's both, that she's the Green W Girl on both. So this is just a sample of it, but it's got a little zipper in it, and it's great for sticking stitch markers and progress keepers and counters and that sort of thing, so that you don't have to go digging all through your bag for them. So, okay? And we will be sending one of those out in Doctor Who material. And that is to Jen. Congratulations.
Yay, everybody!
Yay,
Thank you
very
so much
cool.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us. It was our first completed KAL. So,
and we both finished ours. Mine is hanging up there over the top of the bookcase because I finished it for the last podcast. And that actually leads us right into, very nice segue into FOs, because Helen finished ours. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here, I will help hold. This
is my Vincent and the Doctor shawl.
is stunning.
It is also so soft and squishy. It's
is.
blocked and everything. It's Nooch Fibers. She's a local dyer here in New Jersey, and it's 70.
Is it 80-10-10?
Maybe 80-10-10 because
This
it definitely has cashmere in it. And it's the Talisman shawl, which was the first shawl from the Shawl Society by a curious handmade Helen Stewart. So, and I got it done on June 30th.
Right in the nick of time. The colors in this are gorgeous.
And it is so, so soft.
Oh my god. If it were just a little bit chillier out. Because we are in New Jersey, and right now we are in the midst of the 3 H's. Hazy, hot, and humid, and it is disgusting.
It is.
It is air conditioning weather. You do not want to be outside. So, quick, do that while I adjust.
So, that is my first finished object.
Oh yeah, she does have one.
Do you have any?
I do, actually. I have.
I will not hog the FO spotlight.
Well, do you want to do yours while I take mine out? Because you think I would be on top of this and have it out by now. But.
So my second finished object, I just went on a shawl craze. Once I finished my Talisman, then I'm like, oh, well, I'm almost on my Blight, and I'm going to get it done. So this is my Blight shawl. You can see how beautifully it blocked, because you really get to see the leaf patterns.
It's so, so pretty.
It is, the color is kind of getting blown out, but it is my Sweet Sparrow yarns in Pure Reason.
Bring it back a little.
This one I think
it's very blue in the monitor.
75-25 because it's got Stellina in it.
So 75 merino, 20 nylon, 5 Stellina. Because it's just got a little bit of a quick dog
Brief
interaction
interlude for the dogs.
Right. But the thing about this is that you can't really see. It's a minty green, but then it's got blue.
Yeah, it's got little blue speckles all over it.
And it's not even so much just a speckle, it's got like a blue splurge almost. So pretty.
Again, another local New Jersey dyer. Julie Rose Sews on Instagram, and her Etsy store is Sweet Sparrow Yarns.
And she also has a podcast that is Sweet Sparrow Knit.
Yes.
She's lots of fun to watch.
It is just an absolutely gorgeous yarn to work with.
It was so much fun to knit with. My shawl up there, that was my Doctor Who shawl, which was the Pebble Beach shawl by A Curious Handmade. I did that in her crocus colorway, and just so much fun to work with. Okay, my finished object is
Is Spike. Spike has a finished object.
This is my Drakenfels shawl. I would be wearing this, except
Did we mention
it's
the
so
HHH?
warm right now, and this is we said this was DK, right? DK knit. So it's heavy, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous during the fall. But right now, it's
But just show how you can wear it, because how it fits on your shoulders, the way she.
So if I want to wear a shawl, I can put it on like this, and it just kind of fits right on the shoulders.
And it fits on you, and then it fits on
I'm so short that you can barely see it.
Our mother, who is even shorter and tiny.
She is teeny tiny.
But she had it on her shoulders, so it was sitting on her shoulders exactly the same way. So it's, regardless of size, it fits, just sits on your shoulders beautifully.
Yeah, it's lovely, really lovely shawl. Or I can wear it draped if I chose. I chose 3 colors of blue and gray for it. They are Barocco Vintage DK, and the only thing I changed from the pattern is when you got to the end, the very end, this was the last thing you did over here. Here, can you hold that up because it's on your side. That's the very last thing that you did. And instead of going back to the lighter gray and blue up here, which is what you were supposed to do, these darker blues were all supposed to be this very light gray, I decided to bring down the darker blue and put it into the colorway because I love the way it interacts with the blues. The 2 blues work together. And nowhere else on the shawl do you have those 2 colors working together, so I just brought them down and did that a little bit differently. And I have to say, this is a garter knit scarf or shawl, so it's really very, very easy. It's just a couple of different stitches at the beginning and the end, and then it's straight knit all the way through. The only thing that was different was the I-cord at the end, and that took probably as long as everything else. It took me quite a while to do the I-cord.
Took you, what, 3 days to do the I-cord bind off?
Yeah, it took me a couple days to finish it up, so it was the first time I did it, though, so it
comes out, and it looks beautiful.
Oh my god, it looks beautiful. That bind off is just gorgeous. So, it just is a really, really pretty shawl.
It just ensures that it's got Melanie Berg's name on it.
Oh, I am so all over it. I love her work. So I finished this. I'm going to do another one, not right away, but I am going to do another one in fingering weight because I'd love to have this as a summer shawl, too. But it's got to be
can you
a lot.
Imagine how light and airy, and
that's the thing.
It's going to just drape over your shoulders.
It would just be like air. So that's my finished object. Do you have anything else, or are you good?
I have a hoe.
Okay. Do you want to show your hoe? And we'll work our way into whips?
Sure.
Okay. Put you away. My Drakenfels was in, sorry, I am overwhelming you.
That's okay, go
My
ahead.
Drakenfels was in my Paris bag, so now I have to find something else. Do you know I have 2 pairs of shawl needles, size 6 Chow Goose, that have nothing on them?
That's
which is just
a sin.
It is. I need something.
It's a crime against humanity, Mary Beth.
It is.
Because I have
really,
two myself.
I really want to cast something on, but you get such a sense of satisfaction from when you finish something. Then I'm kind of like, oh, I should work on other things and kind of get them, because I don't know if you have watched this before. A couple episodes back, I was talking about how I had 7 different projects and I was going to work a little bit on each one. Each day got a special project. So Monday would be this shawl and Tuesday would be that thing. That's not working.
Well, you don't get any progress done.
No, you don't. So I've kind of gone towards, I am so into this right now. I'm just spending all my time on this. And, oh, look, I'm done. Cool. Let's work on top of the other thing. So, oh.
These are my wildflower and honeycomb socks that I started for the Grocery Girls summer socks, KAL.
Yep.
This is the first one I got done. It makes it look like it's a massive foot. I do have a very large foot, but the main body is
Dancing Feet?
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet.
Thank you. Happy Feet yarn in their lipstick colorway. I adore working with this yarn. There's just something, it's so easy to knit.
Very squishy too, right?
It is. It's very squishy. It's not blocked or anything. This is the green, the toes and the toe and the cuff. It's just green that we had in stash. As with anything I knit, it comes with dog hair and cat hair. So that is my hoe. And then since we're just going right in, I have turned the heel and I'm working on the gusset of my second one.
You're really coming along.
So that is my second one.
Before you know it, you're going to be wearing
I'm going to
socks.
have a pair of socks.
Yeah.
So hopefully in time for, sock weather, which we are not in right now.
No, not right. When I get home, one of the greatest things, taking off my shoes.
Yeah.
Bra and shoes. Take them off. I am happy.
And that is in my periodic table bag, sock bag, which pretty much stays in the car. This is my car knitting. So while Mary Beth drives Miss Daisy, I knit.
I'm the driver. She's Miss Daisy. Okay. All right. My first whip is, shall we do the Weasleys?
Sure.
Okay, so we are making, now we call them our Mrs. Weasley sweater. We were talking to somebody at Knit Night last night at Chelsea Yarns, and she was saying that she spent quite a bit of time trying to find the Mrs. Weasley sweater on Ravelry, and she couldn't find it. And we're really sorry, Christina. We call them our Mrs. Weasley sweater. They are actually the Lifesaver sweater. It's a cardigan by Tanis Fiber Arts, and this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what mine looks like. Because what we are doing is we are taking our minis, and rather than doing Cozy Memories blankets, we are knitting them into cardigan.
Sorry, honey.
So these are all the colors that I have been knitting into my cardigan. And it is spectacular. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is so warm. We're doing it, it's top down.
Do you have your progress keeper? So where you were last time?
Oh, yeah. I was... This is where I was last time. If I can find it. Can you see it?
No, go bring
towards... Okay. Where is it? I have no idea where... I saw it.
It's over here.
No, it's over here. It's underneath your fingers.
So it's very difficult because everything's backwards.
I thought we covered that already. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see how far I've come. I've added a couple more colors. I've been working on this the past couple of days. Really love working on this because with all these different minis that people have sent, it's so nice. I'm using all these different all these different yarns that I've never used before. And it's just really, really cool. And you would think it's stockinette, so it's it might get boring after a while, but every 6 rows or so I'm changing colors, so it's what am I putting in now? And I'm not planning it out as this color goes next and this color goes next. I'm reaching in my bag, grabbing a mini and throwing it on. So it really is a mishmash of different colors. It's a riot of colors.
And to begin with, we were switching back and forth on minis because I'm doing one as well. And Mary Beth, Yeah, you would start off and knit 6 rows and then give me the mini ball, and I would knit 6 rows, but now we have gotten way too many stitches. We just didn't figure that into the
Right, because
the
now
equation that
I don't
you-
even make it through 6 rows
Yeah.
anymore. I make it through like 5.5 rows, and then I'm ready to switch on to a new mini. So the one that I'm adding now is red, white, and blue with sparkle. With stellina in it. Some of them have stellina, some don't. Some of them are solid, some of them are splotchy. It's just so cool. So anyway, I was trying it on to see how it was fitting, and it's fingering weight, but so warm. Really, really warm. It's going to be great for, September, October.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
Even during the summer when the air conditioning's blowing on you.
Right. So this is in my butterfly bag. This is one of our drawstring bags. And that's where this one stays. Oh, and sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I keep overriding you. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Size 6 Chowgu needles. I always forget to do. Go ahead. What would you like to show?
This is
Wait,
mine.
I have something else. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
This is mine. So you can see all my different colors, and this is where I was last time, so I've added a couple minis.
That yellow is so bright.
I know it really. This was from my Wonderland yarns. It was my first shawl I finished, and it really kind of catches your eye.
I love this one that's got the yellow, purple, pink, and green and blue.
This was
stripey.
all. Yeah, that was all. Well, no, the blue, the green, and the purple were all one mini. It was a self striping. And then this was one that you gave me that I only got 2 rows out of it.
Oh, okay.
Above it, that has a little bit of stellina in it.
Okay. I love that, because not all the stellina is next to each other, so it's you're going down, you're like, sparkle,
Yeah.
sparkle, and then...
And this green
Because
here,
the sparkle comes with jazz hands, right?
that is the shawl I'm wearing around my neck. So that was the mini, that's all I had left. I really played Yarn Chicken finishing this shawl, I forgot to say that. So, this, as Marybeth said, she's covered it all. So much fun to knit.
Really?
I mean, the pearl rows get a little pearly, but
But we don't mind.
no,
It's nice
no,
to
it's
throw
pretty.
them in.
And when you're watching
and-
TV, you just go along purling away. You don't have to
Right.
pay any attention. There's no increases on that row.
On that row, so
So
it's
you
really
don't
a
have
piece
to-
of cake.
Yeah.
And you do increases around the shoulder gussets and everything as you're doing your knit rows.
Your raglans, yeah.
So, and it's going to slowly come down. And then somebody finished it, and what did they do? They left a comment and said it was really fun to knit until they had to pick up
the band.
the band for the button band, because then you're picking up.
She had to pick up over 400 stitches.
Right.
And I left her a comment. It was Pirates Yarn on Instagram, and I left her a comment saying that I was knitting it also, and that I was just pretending that part didn't exist.
Somebody's
when
going
it-
to do that for you. It's going to magically,
Well,
you'll
no,
leave it
I
that
think-
night, and the next
I think-
morning you'll come down and the elves
The
will
elves,
picked
yeah.
it up.
I've learned that the elves don't exist. But I think what I will do is, maybe about pick up 10 stitches a day.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. This is in my drawstring bug bag.
That is really cool Tim Holt fabric. Yeah. Very, very cool. Okay. My next clip, I'm sending things crashing to the floor, is my Rhinebeck sweater. I am doing the Irish coffee sweater. There is not a really good picture, because there's not a full-on picture of the Irish coffee sweater, but this is what it looks like. It's going to be a short sleeve sweater, but it's going to be perfect to go over a turtleneck or a long sleeve shirt underneath for during the winter, so it's not too hot. And then it'll go under one of my Irish fisherman sweaters for when it gets really cold. But this again is top down, and you start with the ribbing, and you're doing the V-neck, and then when you get to the point where your V is as deep as you want it to be, then you start joining it in the round, which I have done.
That looks really dark.
It does.
It looks like it's black.
It really does. It is. Oh, here's my progress keeper, so you can see. Nope, other side. There we go. You can see how much I've done since last time, because it was there, and I'm already down to here. So I've gotten quite a bit done. It is actually supposed to be, and it may be showing up here a little bit better in the camera. It's a midnight blue.
With little bits of green.
Tiny, tiny little flecks of green, which I usually think is just my eyes going blurry
No,
because
but
I'm
I
not
think
wearing
if
my
you
glasses.
wear like a green shawl or a green shirt with it, it'll pick it up more.
The reason I chose this color was because I thought it would be great to wear some of my shawls with. Because I have some shawls that I'm either making or I have planned in my head that are brighter
Brightest
colors.
specks of color.
Yes, so that they're going to work really well against, this is going to be a great showcase for them. So I have gotten down to, I've started doing,
Well, you joined it.
I joined it and I've started branching for the shoulders. So it's, we shall see. I am taking it, I'm supposed to knit in the ribbing for 9 inches and then I do my next thing. So I have to see. This is Knit Picks Tweed in the Midnight Heather colorway. I'm playing with this down here and I'm supposed to be holding it up so people can see it. These are on size 8 needles and they're just the regular needles that you get from Joann's that we had lying around. So that is where I am right now. I do think I'm going to have to move over onto slightly larger needles. Not larger needle size.
What is this, like a 24-inch cable?
I think it must be because you can see how full it is already. And
Yeah, once you get the full body on.
yeah, this is the neck.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's kind of big, but it's not that
Big old thick neck.
I know, I've got a bull neck. But it's, it fits.
The idea of wearing that around your neck right now just
Well, I'm just
really
thinking
sends me
that
into-
I now have a cowl.
There you go. Bind off.
Quickly, you're done. Boom! Finished off.
Bind off while I'm talking, and then you can hold it up as a finished object.
The yarn that I'm using comes in 50-gram balls, which is why I stopped working on this because I had to wind another ball. And this is in my potions, my spells and potions bag, another drawstring. I'm finding that I'm using a lot of drawstrings. Spells and
They're
potions.
very useful.
Oh, they're great. You just draw them up like that.
And squish them up into the ball.
Boom. I'm big on that word today.
I was going to say, what's with
I
boom?
don't know. I'm big on boom. Okay.
So, my Rhinebeck sweater is going to be the Coastal Pullover by Knitbot. And I am using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Tweed in Autumn Heather. I am...
I'm paying attention.
That's okay. Pay no attention to you.
I know. Okay.
This is how far I've gotten since the last time. You can see my cables. Lots of cables.
Would you like me to hold something?
I'm good.
Okay.
So mine is also top down. I've just managed to join it in the round. I had a bit of an issue.
You sure you don't want me to hold something because you're showing them the backside?
Last week I had a bit of an issue because I got so far, I joined it in the round and I knit 3 or 4 rounds and I realized I had twisted it.
That just sucks.
It really did. I really wanted to burn down the house.
That's a little drastic.
that was a bit dramatic. So I pulled it out. But I managed to pull it out just to the point of joining, and I just rejoined it. So we are now joined in the round, untwisted,
And cabled.
and cabled. So
And you had started doing cables before you joined it in the round, right?
you start cables on
Almost
the,
immediately.
like the second
So
or third row.
You
See,
had to
this-
pull it out and then get the needles back into the
and
cables.
where the cables belong, and
Okay.
get my stitch markers back where they belong, because you've got stitch markers going along for the back, the front, and your sleeves. So I had to make sure I got everybody back where they belonged. And after I knit my first row, I'm like, okay, I have the right number of stitches.
Everything's where it's
Everything's
supposed
in
to
its
be.
place. So
We had a party.
we're good. So it's a fun sweater to knit because you're throwing in lots of cables to keep you interested as you go knitting around and around and around.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
this is in my Dalek sock bag, but it's going to have to move up soon
Running out of
as
room.
it gets bigger.
Right. All right. My other thing that I'm working on, I have my talisman shawl. I have not done a ton on this. I've done a little bit, but
You have to go back to it.
here is my stitch marker, so you can see I have done a little bit on it. It's such a pretty yarn. It's Dragonfly yarn in the marketplace. I think the marketplace is the name of it.
And it's a relatively easy shawl.
Yeah, no, it's an easy pattern to follow and everything. So I have to keep going because, as we said, we're part of the Shawl Society, and this was the first pattern, and the second pattern has now dropped. So it's called the Amulet Shawl, and we haven't even really looked at it yet. So it's one of those that I think is begging to be put on my needles, but I have to finish this one.
I have no shawls.
Oh, that's wrong. No, you do.
Oh, I do.
You do.
I do have one.
You're not
I'm
quite
almost
finished
done.
yet.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I have one, so we're moving along.
I'm all into the sweater right now.
So, do you want to show your other sweater?
This is in my TARDIS bag, which you already saw because somebody's getting a bag like this. This is my Tiny Shoots sweater. Sorry. You think I'd get my patterns ready to go? By Kate Heppel. And I am knitting this in Knit Picks Pima Cotton, which is just so gorgeous and soft.
The color is so pretty.
So this is my front. It's really kind of squished up because it's sitting on a stitch holder.
That is a teeny tiny print.
Well, it's really much bigger.
And it's not finished
Right.
yet.
But
I'm just saying, you're going to go through with the crop top.
my little halter top. So this is the beginning of the front. That you knit this piece, and then you stick this aside, and you go to the back. And I have to knit 20 centimeters of the back.
So is the back just stockinette?
Yeah, that's
No
the problem.
lace.
No, it's just straight on stocking knit. So look at how beautifully that knits up.
Oh my god, it is the purple and the green.
I love
are
the purple
so
and the green.
gorgeous together.
So I'm going to do the purple's just going to be my
bands,
yeah. What's
ribbing.
ribbing? God, I think I was ancient. So it'll be the ribbing on the top, and then along the sleeves and along the bottom, and then everything else will be the green. But I'm loving working with the yarn. Again, Knit Picks Pima Cotton. It's mostly cotton, but it's got a little bit of nylon in there. I think just to have the garment hold its shape when it's done. And I was measuring this morning because I thought, oh, I've got to be getting close to 20 centimeters.
No.
I don't even think I'm halfway there.
Okay. Well, you would think that it's going to be about the same size.
Oh, it is,
as
because
that.
it is exactly the same size.
So you just have to look at that and see.
Oh, that's what I was measuring it against. And
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just, if you're measuring here, my back is like to here.
Okay.
So I still got all this to go.
Okay.
But again, straight
Mindless
knitting.
knitting,
When I'm
yeah.
reading my book, I just go back and forth.
That's
So-
perfect. I would show you my
I would
summer
really
sweater.
like to have it, sometime during the summer, so I can wear it.
I would show you my summer sweater, but I ripped it out and
She
started.
hates it.
Well, it's not so much that I hate it; it's that I ripped it out and started it again, and I have this, which is so pathetic. And it's embarrassing to show because
I love your progress keeper.
it's just so embarrassing. I have to figure out what I'm doing, so I don't even know the pattern name or anything. It's
Do you have it in there?
I don't know what it is.
To say she's
Oh.
ambivalent about this project,
It's on my iPad.
That's what
it is. It's on my iPad. I didn't print it out. It's on my iPad. That's why I don't have it. Anyway, I am kind of ambivalent about it. I have to get going on it because I do like it. It's just I have to figure it out. Get the right pattern and figure it out. So that is a non-issue. It's like Mary from Cherry Pearls. It's in timeout.
Okay.
It's in timeout. So, I think that's all I have that I am working on. You have one more, right?
Yep.
So, but I think I'm done.
This is in our bicycles.
Something in my eye.
Your eyeball.
No, something else in there.
Cat hair.
Probably.
This is in our bicycle bag. It's one of our rejects, so I got it.
When we make bags and we make a mistake,
we get to keep them.
Which we don't do on purpose, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah, if we did it on purpose, I would have some really kick-ass
Oh my
bags.
god, we would have such beautiful bags.
Okay. This is my Drakenfels. I was so excited about this. I was going to get it done, and I've sort of fell. I'm not falling out of love with it, but it's not as much.
Do you think it's got to do with the weather?
It might.
It's so warm.
Because every time I think about it, if I'm not sitting in air conditioning, the fact that because, I mean, this is how much I have done.
It's so long.
I have, I think, 2 more sections left to do. The idea of this thing draping around me, just really, no. So, but I try and do a couple rows a night. I am done. Last night I finished, at midnight I finished the stripy section here. And now I'm going into a band of all of this darker pink purple. And then I think I will do what Mary Beth did. And instead of at the end having these two together, the
very light pink,
the light pink and the darker, I think I'm going to bring up the purple, and do the purple and the dark pink.
The purple and the dark pink are going to be so pretty because there's dark pink in there.
Yeah, no,
it really shows.
It is, and I mean, you can kind of see.
So when you put it next to the dark pink, I think it's going to really pull it.
And the pink, the light pink, when it's caked, you can see that it's like a light rosy pink. Blush pink. But when it's here, it kind of looks like it's white.
Right.
And it loses the effect that I had necessarily wanted from it. I like it. I think I'm going to much prefer having these two together.
So do you think, again, that you would do this in fingerling?
Oh, absolutely.
Fingering, not fingerling?
I just don't know when I'm going to get to it because...
For next summer.
I want to do her others.
Right. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I want to do on
There's
the Spice
so
Market.
Many that we want to do.
She's got new ones out.
There's always For the Love of Spiders.
And the spiders, yeah.
And the Void Shawl. Isn't that Melanie Burke?
I'm pretty sure.
Or is that Hoki?
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Melanie Burke.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
I dropped my bag.
So that it's, there are so many of them that we want to do that finding the time for it is the big problem. If we were independently wealthy and we could just sit and knit all day, we would be knocking this crap out like crazy.
Yeah. This whole job thing gets in the way.
It does. It's a good thing we like our job.
It gets in the way of my reading, my TV watching, my knitting.
All of it. This is our sad
lottery.
Tale. We have a job that we have to go to.
That I get to bring my dogs to. I work with someone I kind of like.
That's good. And we get to make bags.
I get to do what I like.
I know. So it's a crazy life.
It's a rough life.
Okay.
I am not complaining.
Alrighty. Should we go on to acquisitions?
Sure. Where's the wool pig?
Here is the wool pig. He is not wearing very much wool because we were restrained. We actually were very restrained. We just got a little bit of yarn. So, here he is.
But it's the season where everybody is saving their money for fiber festivals in the fall.
Right. So we
plan to spend a lot of money in the fall.
Yep. Plan to make a lot of money at New Jersey Sheep and Wool, and then turn around and give it all to Redneck.
Well, also spend some at New Jersey Sheep and Wool.
Some of it, because we're right next to Marinated Wool. We're going to be sharing a part of our booth space with her. Oh my God! All of a sudden, I'm listening, and so we're going to be working in tandem with her, and she has got the most gorgeous yarn, which you are about to see because that is our acquisition. Would you like to start?
This is Frosted Leprechaun.
How could you not get that just because of the
name? The name alone. I was like, okay, sold. Give it to me. It is in her practicality base, which is 75 merino, 25 nylon, and it is 463 yards, 100 gram skein. I cannot wait to finish my socks and cast on socks in this.
I have to say that up until now, I tried a pair of socks and it wasn't working. I was getting very frustrated, and it turned me off socks. I'm watching everybody finish their socks, and I'm like, oh my god, now I'm such a lemming, I have to do socks. And I have yarn that I picked out specifically for socks, so I'm going to have to start doing socks.
You are? Especially since I'm going to start wearing my cool socks, and you're not going to have them.
I know, I'm going to be so upset that I don't have any cool socks and that you have them all. Alright, well, my first acquisition from Marion is, these are some of her gradient kits. This is glass marbles. So anybody who knows me knows, yeah, that's me in a bag right there. The rainbow. I adore it. They are 80, 10, 10, 80 super merino, 10 cashmere, 10 nylon. They're about 240 yards for the whole set. And they're 6 skeins. They're just beautiful. Love them. Okay.
So my other acquisition is, I also got one of her gradient kits. She calls it a 6-pack, 6-pack marionette. And again, 80, 10, 10. And this is her Racing Soaps colorway. And since I imagine myself at the races in England,
do you ever imagine yourself as a jockey?
No.
I used to. I love the Dick Francis novels, the mysteries that are always set around English racing, and I always
I'm in the stands with my beautiful hat and my beautiful dress,
okay,
and my mint julep.
So I'm pretty sure that's Kentucky.
Well, I can have a mint julep in England too.
Okay. Not sure how they are with the mint juleps, but go for it.
I'm sure they can make me a mint julep.
Okay. My second part of my Marion wool is I got her 6-pack in the dragon scales because, much like Frosted Leprechaun, if it's got a dragon, I'm all over it. Love it. So this is, again, 80, 10, 10. And that's what it looks like. They're so beautiful. So we have to find shawls that have
little bits of color
in them. And I've been seeing some that are going to be really, really pretty. It's just going to be such a gorgeous thing. Have all these bright colors mixed in. The big thing is finding your base that you really like.
Yeah.
That you're going to throw the colors in, because I don't want like oatmeal or white or something like that. I want something that's got more color to it. But you were saying her celery color.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called celery. She's got one. On the Spice Market where that's the main colorway.
It's got just like a hint of green in it,
yeah.
Right? It's just like a really, really, really pale green. But that would be perfect, or like a pale yellow or something like that, and then you throw all these colors in. So those are that's our acquisitions.
Marionated Yarns. She is local here in New Jersey.
Edison?
Edison, yep.
We run into her at midnight. So hi, Marion. You have one more acquisition.
Do I?
Yes. Your pattern?
Oh, I want it.
Right.
So, on Instagram, Jenny of Lone Larch Designs, one of our favorite podcasts, put out a question to win a copy of Debbie Reese and Amy Meek's Random Acts of Color pattern, and I won. So, the only reason I haven't cast this on yet is because I have to come up with my colors.
I was just telling Helen on the way in today, I had a dream last night that I was making a skirt for Project Runway, and it was made out of sweet, and it was in like a yellowy brown suede color, and pink, like a rosy pink, but a dusty rosy pink, and then it had bright green ruffles going around the bottom. And what I am taking from this is those are the colors of my Random Act of Color shawl. It's going to be the brown and the pink, and then the green is going to be the bright colors thrown in. So it's going to be really pretty.
I just have to come up with my colors, and I will cast it on because our local yarn store, Chelsea Yarns, is doing Sholapalooza
Right.
for the summer.
Right.
And there's a $100 gift card on the line. So we want to...
the big thing is we have to finish it.
Well, we have till September 21st.
I know, but still, we haven't even cast on.
Right.
I need my yarn for mine because I'm going to do one that's really, really cool. The Naughty Knitwit is doing it too. It's called the Celestarium. I think it's the Celestarium or something like that. It's basically the night sky. It's a round shawl. It's got the night sky, and it's got lace knit into it that will turn out to be the constellations. I just need the right yarn, and I think a lot of it, and time to knit it. And it's going to be awesome.
It is.
Absolutely awesome. So, all right.
But if anybody wants to join Sholapalooza, the rules are on Chelsea Yarn's Ravelry page because anybody can join. She has an online site because one of the stipulations is you have to buy the yarn from her.
Yes. And then people vote on the shawls. Whoever wins gets the most votes.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be begging you for votes come September. Get ready.
Assuming we finish.
Get those telephone dialing fingers ready because that's how you do it. I have no idea. We haven't done it. Okay. Moving on because I'm just babbling now. Book swap.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about the book swap?
We watch a podcast called Tome Time Reading and Knitting. It's a mother and son team, and they talk about what they're reading, and then she talks about what she's knitting and crafting. It's a fun podcast, so go check them out. But she just put together a book swap, and we send off a book and other various goodies that you work out with your partner. And we just got our partners today, and
this is really funny.
Really hysterical. Because we're both sisters, and we both joined the book swap, and we are swapping with twins.
Right. We are swapping with the twin sisters that do Bookend Knits,
Yep.
which is another great book podcast for you to check out. But Bookend Knits,
I think they're out of Austin, Texas.
So
hi guys.
Hi, mine is Marissa,
and I'm Alicia. I'm swapping with Alicia.
Right, you're not Alicia.
I'm not Alicia.
I am now Alicia, and you are now Helen. Just kidding. So if you guys are watching, hi.
So we just thought it was so funny that we got paired with a set of sisters.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, and the good news is, if you put the package together, you only have to send it once. You don't have to send 2 separate packages. You can send one to both of us. Unless we want each one our own package.
I want my own package.
Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm trying to save you postage, and Helen wants her own package. Anyway. So we are going to pick out, we have to get in touch with them and talk and find out what kind of books they want. And then I have a couple ideas of ones to send to mine and find out what else she wants.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest problem is we were late for work this morning because we were going through the bookcases going, oh, that would be a great one to send, or that would be a great one to send, or no, you can't send that one, I'm not giving it up.
Helen kept saying, well, what about this? I'm like, no, I'm not giving that up. And she's like, well, what about this? No, I'm not giving that up. She said, well, you have them on, even if I have them on my iPod or my iPad, does not matter. I want my book.
Yeah.
So that's, but I do have some really good ones to choose from to send. So I'm just going to check and see what kind of things she likes.
Yeah.
So Marissa, expect to hear from me soon.
And
Actually,
then,
you probably will have already heard from me by the time this gets up.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Then, one of our viewers, Megan, she was a swap partner of mine for one of the mini swaps. She's in New Zealand, and she contacted us and wanted to know if we'd be interested in doing a Christmas time swap, where we just put together a nice little Christmas package. You send it in around the 1st December, and we thought that was a great idea to swap with her, and then also open it up to our Ravelry group. So we will be opening up a thread to see who's interested, if anybody wants to do that. Thank you, Megan, for a great idea.
The idea is that you start putting things together now. So if you're at the store and you see like a funny notepad or something like that, you think that would be a great thing to add to it, you just stick it, get it now, and you stick it together.
Nothing crazy,
right,
dollar-wise or anything like that. Just a fun little...
bunch of little things.
Little things.
And it doesn't even have to be completely knitting related. Because notebooks can be used for anything. I know a lot of people use them to keep track of their knitting projects and that sort of thing. But it also can be used for keeping notes of other sorts. So anytime you see something that you think is fun, you just stick it aside, and when the 1st of December comes around, or I guess maybe around Thanksgiving, you just put it all together in a nice little box and send it off. So if you'd be interested...
American Thanksgiving.
Right. American Thanksgiving. Where? Worldwide. Global. We will be doing it globally. So anyway, you just stick it, mid-November. You put them all together and get them ready to send out, and then knitters get a nice Christmas package in the mail.
Yeah. Maybe knit up an ornament or something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to have any parameters, right? It doesn't have to have handmade or something like that.
It's just an idea.
Right. Oh, no. It's a great idea. It's just, I know some of them want you to have something handmade in them, and we don't need to have that, right? We're more free-for-all. Nothing specific.
Yeah.
However, if you'd like to take part, please sign up in the Ravelry group. We'll have it up by then, right? Sure. Okay.
By December, we'll have it up.
Okay.
We have another giveaway.
Yes, we do. We also have KALs to talk about. However, I was going to go along following the way we had it in the notes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we talked about the bookend knits. I'm sorry, I keep looking over at I should have them here, but I have something else there. The yarn pig is sitting on where my notes should be. We talked about bookend knits, and we wanted to say thank you to a couple of podcasts that mentioned us, which was really surprising and so sweet to hear. Three Sisters Knit is one of them. They're a pair of sisters. They lost their third sister, but the two of them knit and talk about their family and that sort of thing, and it's a lot of fun to watch. They're only on episode 2 or 3.
2 is up.
Okay, so but thank you so much, ladies, for mentioning us.
The first episode, Sheila was talking about the podcast she watched, and she mentioned us. It was really kind of cool.
And our mouths dropped wide open. So that was wonderful. So that's Margaret and Sheila, right? Margaret. I'm pretty sure it's Margaret and Sheila. And then the second one that mentioned us is the Reluctant Sisters. All of a sudden, they're talking, and all of a sudden, Amy just shouts out, "Hey, Toad Hollow," which was great. So,
hey, Amy!
So, Adrienne, Sarah, and Amy, hi, from New Jersey, and hopefully we will meet you guys at Rhinebeck, because I'm pretty sure they're planning to go.
Yeah, and Amy and I go back and forth on Instagram a lot.
So that the Reluctant Sisters and 3 Sisters Knit, thank you so much.
And the Reluctant Sisters is trying to put together a candy swap.
Oh,
so go to their Ravelry page to sign up for the candy swap.
Sign up for that, because we were all over that. She mentioned that, and before she was even done, we were typing it in. We're like, yo, you're so prepared. You did something.
Yes,
I
did. I don't know what you did.
I'm sure I did. So I'll double check and make sure. No, I'm almost positive I did. I have
turning
a mind
into
like
soup.
Swiss cheese. Absolutely Swiss cheese.
Where you think you've signed up for all the KALs and you haven't participated at all?
All right, so then we wanted to mention Bookend Knits was one of our new podcasts that we had started watching, and they're lots of fun to watch. And then you had one that you wanted to mention?
Chome Timer Meeting.
And
we did.
Undead.
Oh, Undead Yarn, which is hosted by Undead Heidi from Instagram. She's an indie dyer, and I watched her podcast, and that was a lot of fun. So
she's got some beautiful yarns. If you follow her on Instagram too, you'll see.
She's one of my yarn crushes on Instagram, where I just all the money in the world
is spending it there. And then we have an audio podcast that we listen to. We have
this is a big fat NSFW.
Really big fat NSFW.
This is I'm going to say not sufficient for sitting at a traffic light with the windows open.
Right. Okay, so this is the kind of podcast that you do not listen with either your parents or your kids, depending on where you are in
your life.
You don't listen to it with anybody else except maybe somebody who's very close. Okay. It's called My Dad Wrote a Porno. And it's so funny. This man, Jamie's father, who is in his 60s,
wrote a porno.
Wrote an erotic novel.
Erotic literature.
He's English, and he's So he and his friend James and his friend Alice, each week they read one chapter of this. And honestly, we spend our times between laughing hysterically and looking at each other and saying, "Is that even possible?" Or how do they do that?
What is
I'm pretty sure that doesn't work that way.
It's just, I mean, it's hysterical. We will never speak of this again.
The book is called Belinda Blinked, in case you want to download it and read it.
Belinda
Blumenthal. Belinda Blumenthal.
He's got a thing with bees. Belinda Blumenthal.
God.
Oh, it is so funny. And we were driving. We do not have air conditioning in the car. So it's windows down or nothing. And every time we get to a traffic light, because you're driving, along, and so you have to turn it way up so you can hear because of all the air coming in the car because the windows being down. And then you get to a traffic light, and you kind of, you've just forgotten that what you're listening to.
Until certain words start coming out, and you're like, "Oh, turn it down." Oh my God, we were out delivering bags on Tuesday, and it was just hysterical. Yeah. It was quite an enjoyable ride.
Yes.
So it's very, very funny.
We are
really funny.
Only on like episode 3, but they are in season 2. So make sure you go back in the feed because you want to start the book at the beginning.
Oh yeah, and it comes out of the
This is an actual book that got published. Self-published. But it is out there to purchase. And I just think to myself, life could be worse. I could be Jamie, and my father could have written.
Oh my God! Could you
and I have to look at him.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't even imagine if Dad. My dad was going to be a priest.
My father is rolling over in his grave
on the piano. Oh my God!
He had a grave.
Oh my God! Anyway,
Dad, if you're floating around,
check it out. God, I hope he's never in the car with us.
He wouldn't stay long. He would not.
But my dad wrote a porno. It's an audio podcast. Check it out. It's really very funny.
And if you listen, stop by Ravelry or our Instagram. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Be sure to let us know. Okay. All right. So back onto more mundane things. Yeah. Some knit-alongs that we're doing.
The giveaway first.
Giveaway first? Okay. Giveaway first. Go for it.
We are going to open up a Ravelry thread. You think of the question. With a question. Okay, first the reason we are just skyrocketing to fame.
Yes.
It's like incredible. We have 100 subscribers on YouTube. Wow. So, in our excitement, we're going to give away a one of our
shawl bags.
It's our Kate style.
We name our bags after our favorite female authors. So this is the Kate after Kate Morton. If you haven't read any of her books, I've recommended them before. Read them. They're wonderful.
I will hold it up.
This is perfect for 3 to 4 skeins. It will fit tons of wool in there, much more than 3 to 4 skeins. However, if you want to put a shawl or a blanket on top of it.
My entire Drakenfels, the actual finished product, well, not finished, but
almost
work in
finished.
Progress, is in here with all my skeins of yarn, and I have tons of room left. So, very, very roomy. Stiffly interfaced so that it will sit on the table and not fall open.
I have squared it off so that it can act almost like a yarn basket. If you just want to put yarn in it, should you choose.
A couple grommets.
And a big wide bottom. And the fabric is a green flowered fabric with birds that we
put on top.
Pressed on. It's really pretty.
So we are going to open a thread in Ravelry.
Okay, so
and come in and answer our prompt, which will be, what are you reading this summer?
Okay, what are you reading?
And are you enjoying it?
Yeah, because we've read a couple of books that were But what are you reading right now?
Yeah.
Tell us what you're reading, because we're always open to new books.
Yes. Of course, we already have a thread on Ravelry. What are you reading?
Oh, okay. So do you want to make it something different?
Sure.
All right. It's going to be a mystery question. You're going to have to come into the Ravelry group to find out what it is, because it will be named the 100 subscriber giveaway, and then you'll find what question you have to answer. And we'll have come up with one by then.
We thought we were going to be so witty and pithy on the podcast that we just come up with something out of thin air.
We should know better.
Yes.
It never works that way.
It's
This was
sort of
my
like when
idea.
Mary Beth says to me in the car, "Okay, I'm falling asleep. Start talking to me."
The reason I'm saying this
Nothing
is
to
because
say.
I'm driving, and she needs to keep me awake.
And I have
And
nothing
she has
to say to
and
her.
there's dead silence next to me. She has.
I cannot speak on command.
She looks at me. She's like, "I don't have anything to say to you." Oh, great! I'm gonna crash the car. Then you don't mind, do you? We've come up with something, but there are times where
We will come up with a question.
we'll find a question, a good question, a really good question.
What's your favorite letter? We'll come up with a better question.
Do you mean like letter of the alphabet, or do you mean letter like letter you've received?
I was thinking alphabet.
Okay.
What's your favorite alphabet? Greek, Hebrew,
M.
English? Well, that's stupid. You're naming it.
I know, but I like the M's. S? I don't know.
We'll come up with
That's
a better
a stupid
question.
question. All right.
There are no stupid questions. KAL's.
No, well, there are no stupid questions when people ask them. There are stupid questions when you come up with them.
Okay.
Not you. That was a stupid question. Okay. We have a knit-along that we're working on this summer. It is the summer of the sweater. So if you are working on any kind of sweater, whips are allowed to be included. You could have started it before. Finish your sweater this summer. That is our goal. We each have 3 sweaters going, which is ambitious, I will
Slightly.
admit, but we're going to soldier through. I'm hoping to finish at least one.
And we don't have a finished object thread. We
Nope,
just have
it's
just the one thread. So
Throw
we
your
will
stuff
pick
in.
from there. Finished objects, chatter, whatever. We'll pick winners from it's just to have fun knitting your sweater, being able to put up progress pictures,
Right.
thinking to yourself, oh, I should knit on that sweater so I could win something cool from Toad Hollow.
And also seeing what other people are knitting, because you start putting things in there and then you look through some of the chatter and you're like, oh, I like that sweater. I'm going to have to start that, or put that one in my favorites. And there are tons of things that you can be working on. So, no, it's cool. So, come join us. And if you have questions or anything like that, we have lots of people who know what they're doing.
And it runs through the end of August.
Okay. We said it was going to go to Labor Day, right? Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yep.
So we are now
Which
in
for
the middle of
people-
it.
Not in the United States. End of August, beginning of September.
Right. It's the first Monday in September. So that is when we will be ending it. But we'll be talking about it before then. So, okay. We talking about books, because I'm jumping back to conversations. We are both part of a book club. Actually, we are the founders of the book club.
We host a book club.
It's Toad Hollow Book Club, and we hold it here in the store. We have a bunch of women who come, and they are hysterically funny and smart, great women, and we have a really good time discussing books. And this month we are reading Madame Tussaud by Michelle Moran. This is a historical fiction. So if any of you are into this kind of thing, like reading historical fiction, this is great. It's so well written. I think it's easy to read. I mean, it
really flies along.
It really.
I'm a slow reader, and I'm moving right along.
Right. It's a really, really good book. It's about Madame Tussaud from the Madame Tussaud's Wax Museum, and she spends some of her time at Versailles with the French court just before the French Revolution, and it's just
Got Marie Antoinette,
Louis,
the Dauphin.
Yeah.
Lafayette shows up, and with our Hamilton obsession, just Lafayette.
We've been listening to the Hamilton soundtrack a lot. We are not rap or hip hop listeners, but that one, got us. To show you how big Hamilton is, we helped my mother, who is in her 70s, download it because now she wants to listen to it. We had to explain what the little red box with the E in it meant. and give her a little heads up on that. But
she's open-minded though.
She is. So I'm going to be very interested to see what she thinks of it. But we both love it.
Yeah.
We absolutely love it. Anyway, Lafayette shows up in here. So if you're looking for a good read, this is a great summer read.
Yeah.
It's a great beach read. It's just fun and light. I'm hoping it doesn't get too heavy. Right now it's fun and light. So
pretty sure it gets kind of heavy because,
what's coming. But I don't know, does it end before that or after?
No, I'm pretty sure.
It goes through.
I'm pretty sure Marie loses her head.
Oh, jeez. Spoiler. You might want to do something like, spoiler alert. Marie's going to die.
Oh, surprise, surprise. They cut off Marie Antoinette's head.
Anyway, what I really like about it so far is that you're kind of getting both sides. You always hear about how Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake and that sort of thing. But according to Michelle Moran, which this is fiction, so it may not be true. I don't know. But according to this book, you get to see the other side of Marie Antoinette, so where she wasn't exactly...
She wasn't so callous and
hard as they made her seem, and she wasn't as
uncaring
about
the plight of people.
Exactly. So it's very interesting. Anyway, so good book, very good book. So that's what we're reading.
Right here is a dog that I am petting,
like Harvey, the invisible rabbit. Right here is a dog. Okay.
This is me having a stroke.
Yeah. Seeing things. Do you have anything else? Do we have anything else? I think we are just about done.
Check it out.
According to the notes,
we have
we
bags
are
to show, but
just,
if you do not care about our shameless self-promotion of our bags and new styles that we have, thank you very much for watching.
And we will see you next time.
Go forth and knit. And we will see you next time.
That can be our tagline.
Go forth and knit.
Go forth and knit. There you go. See?
I can't come up with a question, but I can come up with a tagline.
And a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. All
Okay.
right. Okay. Anyway,
so on to shop updates.
we have been working on bags. We had 3 orders to deliver to yarn stores. So in the past weekend, we have made about 80 bags.
Yeah.
About 80 bags. Delivered all of them. We have one more yarn store to deliver to on Tuesday, so we are working on her stuff right now. But we do have some bags that are going up in the shop because we made extras.
And we are preparing for the Monmouth County Fair, where we will be a vendor at the end of July, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights of the fair. We have been graciously given table space by
Made in Monmouth. We have spoken about this before.
So if you are local to New Jersey,
July 26th, 27th, and 28th, we will be there.
come to the Monmouth County Fair.
And
come
Made
to the
in
main
Monmouth.
Monmouth booth, and Toad Hollow will be there.
They're right inside the gates. They're like one of the first 2 or 3 tents that you see.
And we will be there. We're doing the same type of bags, but changing their focus from knitting to more tote bags. And
A dog would just walk by. All my knitting, as I showed it to you, I took it out and put it down on the floor. Spike is sitting right in the middle. Luckily, they're all in project bags. This is why you need project bags. But he's sitting right on top of all my project bags. Anyway, we were talking about the bags. So the bags that we are taking to the fair, since it is not a knitting community per se that we are going to have some that are geared towards knitting, and then we are going to have some that can be used for other options as well.
like a wine bag.
Like wine.
So, perfect size to carry your bottle of wine.
A lot of the restaurants near us here and in surrounding towns are BYOB. That's a big thing. And you just bring your bottle of wine with you to the restaurant, and a lot of people come in carrying them in paper bags because you go to the restaurant or to the bar, not the bar, the liquor store, pick up your wine, and then you go and have dinner.
So don't be a wino. Carry your wine.
If you want to carry it in a brown paper bag, that's okay. But if you want to be really cool, you could carry it in one of our wine bags. We're putting canvas handles on, so they're easy to carry.
Nice and roomy inside.
Fit at least 2 bottles of wine.
This is our Cape bag. We were just showing the one that we're going to be giving away for our 100 subscribers. So there's that one. And then we have...
These are our hipster cats. Mustachioed cats.
This is actually a knitting bag because we put the grommets in. Then we have... This is our Louisa size.
For Louisa Mayalka.
So this is a sweater or a blanket size. This is huge. So.
I would show you mine that had my Dragonfels in it. However, somebody's sitting on it.
As previously stated, there's a spike on it. Nice,
big wide bottom.
Nice wide bottom.
This is the Tim Holtz map fabric. And this makes a great small tote bag or beach bag.
So again, at the fair,
diaper bag.
We won't have the grommets. It'll just be the bag. And then in the also Louisa, we have our Fairy and Dragon, which we didn't get to show from our trunk show because it's sold. So
surprisingly enough,
yeah,
fairies and dragons are big.
Those are going up in the shop. Some may already be there, but no, actually, I don't think they are. Anyway, they will be in the shop.
We'll be taking pictures and listing them.
Hopefully later today.
Yes.
And then you saw our over the arm bag in our giveaway section.
That's our newest design. Well, our newest creation, because somebody else did it first. It's not like we designed it. We did see a picture of it and then figure out how to make it.
It's our newest style.
Our newest style, that's it. And we will be making more of those and adding those to the shop when we get a chance.
And then we are also, from our scraps, we are making little needle cozies. I'm sure everybody, if you're a knitter, you have seen these before out on Etsy and the podcast. So we are making little needle cozies out of the fun fabric that we use.
They are great.
Because they work for DPNs and circulars.
If you have your circular needles, they don't have to be only for DPNs. You can tuck your circular needles in them. And
really, it keeps it from your needles from poking through your project or losing stitches, God forbid.
Right. So the great thing to have. So we have those in a bunch of different patterns and different fabrics. Again,
those should be going up to shop this weekend.
Hopefully soon.
So.
All right.
And as we make them, we are putting them up. There are a whole bunch up there right now. And our shop is Toad Hollow NJ on Etsy. And then if you would like to just come straight to our shop and not have us pay Etsy fees, we would love that. And that is toadhollowNJ.com.
And both of them, whatever we make, we list in both places.
Yes. And if it's listed, 9 times out of 10, it is made and ready to ship. So there would be no delay in shipping it out.
Just ready to go.
Yep.
I think that might do it.
I think so.
All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We had a great time. Spike and Drew say thank you so much for putting up with them because they were a little bit making their presence known today.
Yes.
But
they settled down.
Yeah, they're cool. They're very cool. All right. So go forth and knit.
Go forth.
And we will see you next time.
Hopefully sooner than 3 weeks.
Yes. Yes. Have a great day.
Yeah, we're still here.